What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DT Love back on another pregame live stream as the Lakers get set to face the Portland Trailblazers, one of the best, if not the best, backcourts in the league. One of my personal favorite backcourts. These guys are known to torch the Lakers. Just for a little bit of context, Damian Lillard averages the second most career average points against the Lakers, which is what was it, 27.7, shooting really high from the field. Like I'm talking over 40%. So we got to really watch out for Damian Lillard, and CJ McCollum just came off of a huge night versus Houston. So definitely going to be a great test for our backcourt. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Going to be a great test for our backcourt. This is the first time we get to see Dennis Schroeder and KCP go up against some elites. So let's see how they fare off. Again, CJ and Dame are no joke. They're my favorite backcourt in the league, and it's going to be interesting to see how we respond there. As well as, there's a couple of other players that Portland has, some sleeper guys like Rodney Hood and Enes Kanter, who's a very good big, very solid off the bench. But overall, just this is a good test. And remember, we just eliminated them from the playoffs last year when they were really hot from the bubble. So they're going to be trying to come out here and do work. Hey, what's up, Sally? Shout out to my sister-in-law, Sally, in the house. What up? What up? So Dan, what's happening? What's up, Legend? Oh yeah, and Anthony Davis is back. LeBron James obviously will be playing, and that means Alex Caruso is going to be out tonight. So that's the full injury report right there. I'm hoping that AD looks good and ready because we can really destroy Portland in the paint. They don't have Hassan Whiteside, so the rim protection is not as good as it was last year. They still have a couple good, like I said, solid role players, but we should get it for reals, man. Hey, 7:30, what up, bro? He said, your boy from Twitter. What's up? What's up? I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. I'm ready for this game. Y'all know how I feel about Portland. Nothing but my respect to the Trailblazers. Again, this game is not going to be easy. We're just coming off of a win, and this is going to be a back-to-back game, so this is going to be a little tougher to play this one. We have to make sure we're ready and we get up for it. I'm very interested to see how, like I mentioned earlier, how Dennis Schroeder and KCP react to CJ and Dame. Are they going to match up well, or are they going to get cooked? I don't know. But like I said, this is the first good test for our backcourt. Now, the other player we played the other night was Luka Doncic, but his running mate, Hardaway Jr., is not as good as CJ is. So this is a much better test, and I want to see how we defend the pick and rolls. These guys come off the screens and just let it fly. They're amazing. And then also I want to see if we can do a little bit of better job of paint protecting, since Marcus Gasol did a better job yesterday, but we played a weaker team. So it'll be interesting. Hey, what up, Rios? How you doing? Spencer Dinwiddie is out for the season. Yes, prayers up to him. And also, let's hope that Ja Morant is good. My bro just, I don't know if he tweaked his ankle or what happened. I had him in a bunch of my fantasy leagues, and I'm a little bummed out I lost him. But I'm more bummed out for him because I'm a huge fan of Ja Morant, and hopefully he's healthy and he's back in no time. More time for THT? Yes, we do need more time for THT, Carlos. Hopefully tonight with with Alex Caruso being out, hopefully THT is one of the first guards that gets called off the bench. That'll be good. He said, all the fans barking trade coups, where are they now? I hear nothing but crickets. I'll tell you where they're at right now, man. They're in the hiding, and they're waiting for him to have a bad game to come out like leeches and just start going off, right? That's what they do. He said, defending Lillard and CJ is going to be tough without Caruso defending one. You're right. We are going to miss Caruso because of his perimeter defense, but we got plenty of capable guys. Like I said, this team is so deep that when somebody is out, it's not that he's not missed. It's just that we do have a backup right there waiting for him. That McKinney kid looked really solid. I don't think he'll be getting minutes tonight, but you just never know. I like his length, and he looks like he has some good defensive potential and very athletic as well. He was knocking down a shot, so we'll see what happens there. But I am looking forward to THT. He continues to shine, even in garbage time. My man's putting up buckets, looking confident, attacking the rim, no hesitation, great handles, downhill. And that's the way he plays. He plays downhill. He reminds me a lot of Darren Williams, a little bit of Eric Gordon as well. He said, "Hello, Dan. What's up? How are you doing? Nice MJ shirt. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yes, it's a little. I'm stunting. I'm stunting a little bit today. I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking, bro. Doing good. Hey, what's up, T? How you doing? Good to see you, girl. He said, "Let's go, Coos tonight. Let's follow up the last game with another good one." And you know what? That's gonna be interesting to see how he reacts to going back to the bench, and if he could just, I mean, he's been consistent all year, but if he could just remain aggressive, I think that'll be a huge plus. Um, in my opinion, him and Trez are the go-tos off the bench, and I want to see them continue to build on that chemistry. There was some nice passing going on between him and Trez, and I want that to continue to develop and basically just unfold. By the way, y'all was asking me to update the banners back there that didn't have this year's, and shout out to my boy Mookie. He sent me a beach towel, but I put it up there as a banner. If you guys can see it, let me show you. Let me show you really quick. Bam, there it is. What you guys think of that? Pretty fire. But yeah, we put up the beach towel as a banner because it looks fire. He said we need to lock down Keith long term. I would like him coming back for sure. I mean, he's a consistent shooter, a solid defender, and just a really, really good role player. Why not bring him back? My man said, "Hey, what's up, Combat?" He said, "I hope to see Gasol having another good passing game." I agree with that. I mean, that's something that he just has in him. As long as players cut and they move without the basketball, Gasol will find him. I want him to stay aggressive, hitting shots and playing defense. That's why I really want to see him. But we know the passing game is there. What's up, Kevin King? How you doing, my brother? You guys ready for this game tonight? He said, "We deep all the way, bro, as long as we stay healthy." Exactly, bro. And even if we have minor injuries here or there, we can manage like we have been so far early this season. But tonight, we're playing a very respectable opponent, and we're coming off of a back-to-back. So I hope hopefully we get out the gate early, because if not, if we give this team any chance to basically get a lead and hold it for a long stretch, then now we're fighting uphill. It's a battle for the rest of the night, and I don't want that. I want us to come out of the gates early and set the tone. That way, we discourage them down the stretch of the game, and we have an easier victory. Other than that, it's going to be hard because we know CJ and Dame, man, they can knock shots from anywhere. I love those guys. Like, I've been arguing this for a long time. I prefer them over Curry and Clay. Why? Because I think they have a lot of heart. They play with a lot of passion, and I just think they're more consistent offensively. And they have never had the type of team that Curry and Clay have. They've never had the Draymond Green types and the Kevin Durant's, Andre Iguodala's in their prime, guys like that, Sean Livingston. If you put a scary team around Portland, around CJ and Dame, the way that Golden State built, they'd probably be champions as well. So I'm just saying, I much prefer Dame and CJ. I think it's rare when they have off nights together at the same time, or even apart. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can do a good job on them defensively. We're gonna have to collectively, as a unit, communicate on defense. Make sure we switch. Make sure we have, we're on our game tonight. Because if not, it's gonna be a long night. These guys can knock down shots from anywhere. He said, "I miss Dwight." Dwight is solid. But it's too early to miss anybody. Our team looks really good right now. So I'm not going to go saying I miss anybody. My boy said, Kuzma, I was hard on him, but it looks like his contract has worked so far. He needs to stay a 3-and-D player, good passes like the way we gave. Yeah, bro, again, to me, he's been sacrificing his whole career with the Lakers. He could have been so much more had he got drafted to another team that just basically was struggling all the time. Just look at players like D'Lo, Brandon Ingram, Jordan Clarkson. Those players, when they become primary options in the score, like Clarkson is the first guy off the bench, and he's the go-to over there in Utah. D'Angelo Russell is a starting point guard / shooting guard for Minnesota. These guys are getting the opportunities. So again, if Kuz was in the same position as, say, a Jason Tatum, which he was in his rookie season, but after that changed, then who knows? He could have been much further along as of right now. But I'm still very pleased with the way that Kuzma has panned out, especially for the benefit of the team. I think Frank Vogel said it best. He said he's a heck of a player. He's turned out into a heck of a player. So yeah. Jason, appreciate you, bro. He said, "Yo, Dan, you stay geared up." I tried, man. I try to stay fresh, my brother. I love the shirt. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. He said, Been noticing way too many easy drives into the hoop. We hope we can find a way to slow that down. And it starts with communication. Our perimeter defense, the help man has to help, when he gets beat off the dribble, the main defender, and then so on and so forth. We got to communicate, make sure everybody's accounted for, make sure that we keep the ball out of the hands of the main ball handlers. Like I said, Dame is the main guy we got to watch tonight. He averages 27 points per game, shooting at a high clip versus the Lakers throughout his career. So he loves playing the Lakers, man. Oh, I wish he loved playing for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Because he's one of my favorite guards, seriously, man, that I've seen in a long time. So it's too bad that he plays for Portland, but congratulations to them. They have themselves a good one. Now, if only they could build a better team, they'd be so much better. But that's neither here nor there. Fact of the matter is, the Lakers have to come out of the gate strong tonight. This is a team that if they smell blood, right, and I'm talking about Portland, they will attack, they will attack, they will attack. But if you can discourage them early and have them playing uphill, then it's a lot harder for them to catch up and beat you. So let's see if we can react early and make sure we don't fall behind. If we get off to a slow start like we did versus the Clippers in game 1 of the season, then it's going to be an uphill battle all night. And like I said, that becomes a lot of a tougher match to win when that happens. Would you consider copying a Trez jersey if he continues to ball out? I know I will, 100. Yeah, man, but I need to see him win a championship with this Laker team before I even consider that. Same for Dennis Schroeder, for everybody else. You got to put in work all the way, because he could be good in the regular season, but let's see what he does in the postseason. I love Trezor. I love what he's bringing to the team early on. His energy is infectious. He reminds me a little bit of Draymond as far as doing a lot of things really good, but obviously Trez is more skilled offensively, so that's even better. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. He said, Kuz will have another 20-point game tonight. I hope so. I hope he stays aggressive. We could use him. When he's on, he's an X factor for this team. It's harder for teams to beat us when we get that consistent third or fourth scorer. And there's been nights when we had a full five. I'm talking, Kuz, Trez, Dennis, LeBron, and AD. When all 5 of those guys go off, nobody's going to beat us. So if we get 3 of those guys going off, we have a very good chance of winning. 4 of those guys, it's a dub. 5 of those guys, it's a blowout. So and then there's other guys that can go off. We still haven't seen KCP had dropped one of his signature 20-point games. We still haven't seen Wesley Matthews even dent on this team. We haven't seen. There's a couple players that we still haven't seen pretty much drop their mark in this and then on this team. And I'm talking about in a big way. So any given night, this team is so deep. I wouldn't be shocked if KCP shoots lights out of the blue. He drops a 20-plus point game. Then again, the opposition will have no chance. And what it also does is it takes a lot of pressure off of LeBron and Anthony Davis. And that's the whole goal of Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office. They went out and they made us deeper. That way, LeBron has been resting in the fourth quarters. AD could take a night off and stuff like that. My guy said Lakers should score 130 tonight. Portland defense is ass. Well, we won't need to score that much if we play defense. So let's hope that we get up to like 120 and we can hold Portland to like 110. I'd be happy with that because Portland is a high-powered offense. Now, luckily for us, Carmelo's not playing tonight, but when he's playing, that's another offensive weapon that they have. He says, "Sup, Dan? I have respect for this backcourt, CJ and Dame. It's going to be a great game. We deep. Love Gasol's passing, Tress toughness. Shooter's a dog mentality, and Skip makes me lose brain cells." He's so delusional. Yeah, he was making all the excuses in the book for that Clipper team, which I think is hilarious, man. But, it's only a matter of time before he jumps off of that bandwagon and starts rooting on for Brooklyn or some other team. That's what Skip does. He doesn't have a team. He's basically a man without a house, and he's looking. I mean, he should really just stop hating on the Lakers and stick to San Antonio. Just be a loyal fan. Reward your hometown or whatever, My guy said Shooter and Harrell were definitely the best pickups. Yes, we've had the best offseason. Damian Lillard said it in an interview today. He said, they're a great team, and they had arguably the best offseason this year. But he said it's not impossible to beat them. But the fear and respect is there because when he said he uses the word impossible without anybody asking him that question, then that's what is on his mind. That the team is almost impossible to win, and they have to play perfect. So look for a focused Damian Lillard tonight because that's what it's going to take to even have a chance at us. The only game we've won this season versus the Flippers was a fluke. Like we were coming off of a ring ceremony. LeBron was still looking rusty. Anthony Davis didn't have a big game. The refs were trash. It was like a perfect culmination of BS, and that's the only reason they won. But that was clearly a fluke, judging by how they got whooped by the Dallas Mavericks. So we just had beat by 20 plus points a previous game. So that just shows you, it's a long season. Let's not overreact to one game wins or one game losses. It's good to be excited. It's a little bit okay to be hard on our players sometimes, but let's just not put all our eggs in a basket. You know what I'm saying? Let's wait for them to hatch and see what happens. He said, as long as we play good team ball and win. Exactly. And the way we've been moving the ball, it's really hard to defend that because we already have these ISO ball scorers like LeBron and AD who can just go get you a bucket. Same thing with Shooter. I think he's a great ISO ball scorer. Sometimes he doesn't even need a screen. He can just use his speed to get to his spots and score. I'm curious to see how they're going to match up tonight. I really want to see how Dennis's defense stacks up against an elite player. Excuse me, like Damian Lillard and CJ. How much do you think Kuzma will average this season? I'm thinking 16. I haven't thought of that, but he'll do whatever the team requires of him. If we want to rest LeBron and AD a couple of games, then he might average a little bit more. But he's definitely willing to sacrifice for the betterment of the team. He said Blazers don't have a bench to keep up with the Lakers. Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I really don't think a lot of teams in the league have a bench to keep up with the Lakers. Our bench is the best bench in the NBA by far. And I think most of those guys could start. Guys like Kuz could be starters in this league. Montrezl Harrell could be a starter. Even Alex Caruso could be a starter in this league. Like even Keith Morris, they're starting material, but they're willing to sacrifice to come off the bench and do what they do. And I believe even Wesley Matthews started last year for, if I'm not mistaken, for Milwaukee, right? Which was a contender in a lot of the analysts' eyes. But bottom line is, THT also has starter material for sure. But like I said, that's the beauty of this team is that we can hit you from all kinds of directions and you won't even see it coming until it's too late. Once we're up by like 20, 30 points, and all of a sudden, oh, shoot, I didn't know that, THT had that type of game. Oh, shoot, I didn't know that, whoever can come off the bench and kill you as well. So that allows LeBron and AD to rest up some more. He said, would be interesting to see how Marc Gasol does tonight against a traditional center that plays down low on the box for the Portland Trail Blazers. Yeah. He's getting better as the year goes. So let's see if Gasol can build on his last performance last night and continue to shine. I think he can. But let's see. He said, LeBron James playing tonight? Yes, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are both available tonight. Now, I don't know if they're going to play limited minutes. If we happen to play good brand of basketball like we did the last game and we blow out this team for any reason, then we can sit them probably by the third quarter. And I hope that happens because I really want to rest these guys. I worry about back-to-backs. That's why yesterday I was clamoring for the coach to take out LeBron in the first half. Which unis they wearing tonight? You know what? I haven't really looked into it. I haven't looked into it tonight, but I am curious. That's a good question. Hey, T said, Coach Dan, LOL, you on it, bro. I appreciate that, sis. I really do. This year, it's a lot easier to dissect this team because we're so deep. And so, I like a challenge. The last couple of years when we were building, it was more challenging to break down the team and to make that assessment. But I think I was pretty spot on as well. But this year is just so easy. I think an average fan could pretty much break down this team and see. I think a blind man could see that this team is really good. So, it's not hard, but it is always my pleasure. So I appreciate that, T. He said, I think they are wearing gold tonight. Probably. We're at Staples Center, right? So if we're at Staples Center, then it's probably going to be one of those home court colors. What's my lineup tonight? Well, it's going to be the traditional lineup since Anthony Davis came back. It's the same starting lineup as always, which is going to be, Dennis, KCP, LeBron, AD, and Marc Gasol. That's my prediction anyways, since Anthony Davis came back. Play THT over Wesley Matthews. I agree with that, Jason Black, and I've been hoping that he catches the eye of the coaching staff. And I mean, to me, he's already been impressive since preseason. Just based on preseason alone, I would have rode the momentum and maybe even started him. But there's always politics that go into sports and stuff like KCP getting that major contract. I guess the front office doesn't want to give him that big contract for him to come off the bench, right? So the chances of THC starting, probably none. But at least taking away some of the minutes from some of the backups, you would have expected him to have a little more consistency off the bench, right? I'm still waiting for the coaching staff to say, hey, this kid is too good to deny, and we're going to have to give him 20 minutes a game at least. I'm waiting for that. When that happens, I'll be super happy. Don't we have the new black jerseys? I'm not sure. Like I said, I didn't look into that tonight, but I am curious to see what we wear. Man, those traditional retro blue with the cursive on them was so nice, man. Oh my goodness, like that was beautiful jerseys. You say, yo, Dan, I got an AD white jersey for Christmas. Best Christmas gift ever. Oh, I feel you, Danny. I love jerseys. I love jerseys. I got one as well, man. I told you guys the other day about my jersey, and I got the Vince Carter one. The Vince Carter, the purple one. Fire, man. I haven't even worn it. It still has the NBA tag on it. That's how much I love it. But I mean, Vince Carter was one of my favorite players, and best dunker of all time, in my opinion. But yeah, I love, especially the retro jerseys, man. Big fan. But all the jerseys, man. If I got a modern day jersey, I'd probably get a Trae Young one. Trae Young is pretty sick. So he's one of my favorite players. It's always fun to watch with the handle and the nice jumper with the range. He's fearless too. So I like players like that. Or maybe even a Luka Doncic jersey. Yeah, if it was from another team, it'd be one of those players for sure. He said, Dan, predictions tonight? My prediction is that the Lakers come out a little bit slow because we're coming off of a back-to-back. But it is going to depend on LeBron and AD. If they can get us out the gate early, we're good. But I think we can win 120 to 110, somewhere around those lines. And I expect LeBron and AD to go off, especially Davis, since they don't have a lot of rim protection. I want him to get a 30-point game tonight. Hopefully that happens. We're going to need LeBron to at least get us anywhere close to a triple-double. And hopefully Kuz or Trez or both, preferably, and Dennis go off. We need that third or fourth option tonight because of how good CJ and Dame are. Those guys could get 40 apiece if they wanted to. So, yo, Dan, what's your Cash App, homie? So we can stop buying jerseys at the swap meet. so you can stop. Well, I don't buy jerseys at the swap meet, man. Most of the jerseys I got are gifts from me. But my Cash App, I don't remember it. I haven't really accessed it in a long time. I don't really like to ask for money like that. But when you guys donate, I do appreciate that, though, regardless. But ask me again on Twitter, and I'll look it up, I guess. I might have to re-download the Cash App. You said, see, that's what's up. I got other players' jerseys, but I'm loyal to the Lake Show. Absolutely. It's all right to have other players' jerseys, so long as they ain't Clippers or Celtic jerseys. Laker Nation has everybody's blessing to wear, especially legendary jerseys. But if you're a basketball fan, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm still trying to get the Allen Iverson black classic jersey, the number 3. Oh, man, that's one of my favorites of all time. The Kevin Garnett 21 from Minnesota is very beautiful as well. I mean, you can wear all kinds of jerseys, but of course, most of my jerseys are Laker jerseys, and that's the way. I wouldn't want it any other way. Did I find a new link? I might have a new link. Hit me up on Twitter. I'll try to see what's up. He said, will Kuz be a starter eventually? I have no idea, man. Probably not on this team. So don't hold your breath for that. Really, don't hold your breath. He said, John Morant, SMH. Yeah, bro. I saw he went down with an injury, and I had him in a bunch of my fantasy lineups for today. So I lost some money there. But I wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I had to help him off the floor. That's tough. Dan, what's your favorite jersey? I mean, anything Kobe related, I love, but I haven't bought any because they've skyrocketed to $300 a piece, and it's a shame that they make so much profit off of a legend's down, like a legend basically resting in peace, passing away. So that's tough, but if I could buy another Kobe jersey, it'd probably be a retro number 8 one, any color, honestly. Any color would be fire. I do have one. I do have one retro Kobe jersey before he passed, um, that my brother had gifted me for one of my birthdays. So I do have that one, and then I have a bunch of 24s, but I need more eights. I will get another eight if I had the chance. Probably, ooh, the Mamba edition jersey, the with the snake skin. That one would be sick if they had it in number eight. If not, you can never go wrong with the golden one that looks like golden armor. It's all gold with the old school. Whew. You said Dimwitty too. Yeah, man. Prayers up to Dimwitty, who partially tore his ACL. That's tough. And I'm a big fan of those type of hoopers. Those ISO combo guards, they got a lot of skill, man. Yeah, me too, Jason. Sometimes I don't even like to talk about it, bro, to be honest. He said, hey, Dan, I feel that if I would wear some other team's jersey, I feel like I am betraying the Lakers. Of course not, Alfred. You can't feel that way unless, like I said, unless it's a Boston Celtic jersey or a Clippers jersey. But really, outside of that, you can, as long as they're your favorite player and one of your favorite players in the league, or just cool team colors. Like, have you guys seen the Havana Night Miami Heat jerseys? Those are flame, man. I might cop me one of those, even though I wasn't like a huge Dwayne Wade fan. Like, I liked his talent, but he was kind of a Kobe rival at some point, and people were comparing him to him, which I took offense to because I was like, as good as he is, as funny as he is to watch, as great of a finals as he's had in 2006, he doesn't come anywhere close to Kobe. But other than that, there's really no rivalry. So yeah, I would wear that jersey, that D Wade one. Sick, man. That black with the neon colors, nasty. He said, "Who is your goat, bro? Mine is Michael Jordan. Sorry, he's the best ever in my opinion. That's fine. Mine is Kobe. My goat will always be Kobe." He said, "Hey Dan, do you think these injuries are starting to pile up? Being that we had a quick turnaround, I just want your opinion." Yeah, that's a great point. That really is going to bother some players, and I think hopefully there's nothing serious comes of it. But that matters, of course. Anytime you have a quick turnaround, you don't give your body enough time to heal. That's why they call it an off season, because you're supposed to rest up. But yeah, I agree with that, man. He said, "You got Laker masks?" Yes, sir. I got one right here. Check it out. Bam. Yeah, I got my Laker masks, of course, man. Laker everything. But I'll say this. I was trying to get you guys some, and I ran out. I was trying to give some away for Christmas, but we ran out. Do we have them at Amazon? I'm sure they do. I haven't checked on Amazon. But you know who sells them? When we get them back in stock, I'll let you guys know. But my brother and my sister-in-law, Sally, at Biohazard Smoke Shop in Downey, man. I'm plugging them in right now. Go check them out. Check if they have any in stock, and they'll definitely hook you up, man. Let them know. Tell them DTLF sent you guys. Seriously. In Downey, California. Do you like the next classic blue jerseys? I like the black ones. I like the new black ones. The city edition ones are sick with the. It looks like kids with the Crayola, the crayons symbol. It looks like it has that in the front, but it just looks sick. I don't know. Call me crazy. I think it's cool as heck. Is John Morant out for the year? God, I hope not. Oof. God, I hope not. Flipper jerseys are like wearing Fila out of style. Man, that's really bad, bro. It's like Clipper jerseys are like wearing Payless clothes. Like imagine if Payless had a brand they dropped. Yeah, that's what it would be like, man. It's just the worst of the worst. Is it Dinwiddie and Jaw now out? Hopefully, no one else gets injured. Any team that is crucial to their team getting injured. City edition is solid. Looks like James Harden isn't going anywhere. I mean, look, man, he could put up the numbers, but I still don't like him for a team. He could put up the numbers, but I still don't like him for a team. Like to be honest with you, if I was building a team, I don't want James Harden in it. Too much of a diva. He demands too much from the franchise. Not a fan. I'm not a fan. Skill set wise, he's good. He's not really a high efficiency scorer. Like he takes tons of shots. Like he'll take 4 shots, and out of those 4, he'll make 1. And he'll take another 4 and make another 1. And then once in a while, he'll get hot and hit 2 or 3 in a row. But he's just a high volume shooter. You need a lot of shots. I like more efficient basketball players, guys like LeBron, Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? They're very efficient. They take less than 20 shots a game, and they get their numbers, My little niece can draw a better logo than the Flippers. Ain't that a fact, man? Shout out to your niece, man. I'm sure she's an artist. I hope he stays in Houston. I don't really care about James Harden, honestly. Wherever he goes, I don't really care. I'm gonna dislike him wherever. Unless he was a Laker, then obviously, in my opinion, I'm biased. I'm a biased Laker fan. My opinion might start changing on him. But as long as he's on these other teams, I'm never gonna root for him. Like, there's very few players that annoy me like Harden. His flopping antics every time we play him, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And the refs, it's like I don't know what he did to the refs. Like he got them in their back pocket, in his back pocket. It's ridiculous. He said, "Me either." Dan never ever was a fan of James Harden. Like, don't get me wrong, his skill set is good. I'm not hating. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but is he as great as they try to compare him to Kobe? He's more on the lines of Gilbert Arenas to me. Like, he could put up big numbers, but do they really matter in the playoffs? He's really irrelevant, so it really doesn't matter. I don't care what he does in regular season. He said, "You got to remember though that we felt this way about Trez last year. I just didn't like Trez's attitude and how they were gloating on that team last year. But all is forgiven when you come to the golden team. It's the golden standard, the purple and gold. You come here, and basically it's like he was reborn into he's like a born again Christian. All is forgiven. Put it like that." My brother said, "Dan, I used to live in Downey off of Paramount Boulevard and Telegraph Road. Then I moved back to Kansas City because of my mother's death." Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, man, you were really close to Biohazard Smoke Shop where my brother and my sister-in-law reside. Dan, remember those and one tapes back in the day? Those were the days. Oh my goodness. Why did that even die off? And one mixtape was crazy, man. The Professor, you had Spider, you had Hot Sauce. Man, you had everybody. Escalade. That was fun to watch as hell, man. That was so fun to watch. She said, "LOL, you come to LA and all the past sins are washed away." Oh, I like that. She's out here rhyming and stuff. Nice. Yeah, no, definitely. It's just different. It's different. It's like he played for a franchise that really didn't matter, and it was all gloating and all about posting selfies. So nobody's gonna respect that, no matter how good you are. I didn't even watch. To be honest with you, I don't watch Clipper games unless there's a high chance of them getting smoked like the other day. Then I'll tune in just to make fun of them. But do I ever watch that brand of basketball? Their commentators are boring. Their jerseys are boring. Their jerseys look like the LA Times newspaper. Like, bruh, who wants to see that? Their player personalities are boring. Like, jeez, man. The most exciting thing about that team is their owner, Steve Ballmer. Think about that. When your owner has more energy than the players, that's a problem. And I'm not a fan of him either. He's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's a little crazy. Dan, can you send he said, "What? Dan, can we send you a James Harden jersey for April Fools or something?" I mean, go for it. I'll add it to my collection. I don't think I'll be wearing it though. I really don't. Like, I'm not even like that much of a fan of the Rockets logo or their team colors or anything like that, to be honest with you. But I would be thankful. Anything you guys give here, I will share with the rest of the channel. That would be funny though. If I end up opening a James Harden jersey, I don't know how I would react. That would be hilarious. But any jersey is welcome, man. I love jerseys. I'll tell you that. Jeannie is the best owner, period. By far. By far. She cares about her community. She cares about the city. She cares about everything, man. It's like very few times do you have an owner that cares, and her pops raised the right one because he was the same way. He cared about everybody. And, that's why everybody loved the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss. Now, yeah, there's no comparison. The other guy is just a rich psychopath who likes to cheer like a nut. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, I really despise him. Clipper Darrell, they're like best buds or something. They're both cuckoo for cocoa. They're both nuts. Like the way they cheer, stop it, man. Like I can respect passion, but come on, man. These guys get crazy. If they make a layup, they're out here like pounding their chest and stuff. It's like, bro, it was just a layup. Relax. You're gonna catch a heart attack. Oh man, chill out. So, yo, Dan, I'm a senior, and I hope Staples Center opens when I'm 18 so I can take my girl to see a game. We both love the Lakers, and I really love her, and I know she would love that. Oh, man, you're a sweetheart, Danny. That's what's up. I hope that happens for you, man. I hope that happens for you, bro, because, I took my girl there to Staples Center, and she liked it, and she's not even like a huge basketball fan or nothing like that. So, anytime you can do something like that, it means something, it just there's no better place y'all can go on a date. Put it like that, man. When I die, bury me inside Staples Center, deep down under, in the words of the great 2 Chains, bury me inside the jewelry store. Do you have a PO box address? If you hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, I'll give you an address you can ship it to. Like I said, I used to have a PO box address at first, but I took it off, man. Honestly, I was just paying for no reason. So yeah, no, I don't have a PO box, but I do have an address that's safe and secure for both sides. You can send it to, and I will collect it from there. So far, everything's gotten to me. Dan, who do you dislike more, Ballmer or Cuban? Ballmer. Cuban is annoying because he disliked the Lakers, but I respect him, to be honest with you. He's a businessman. He went from rags to riches, and there's nothing but props there. Ballmer, I don't know anything about his background, nor do I care, and the man just looks creepy to me. I don't know. Not a fan. But he does fit in with the Clipper regimen. I mean, they all look creepy, from the players to the fans. Clipper fans, no disrespect, if there's any Clipper fans watching, but most of them, they look like a post-apocalypse, nation. They look like what society would look like after the apocalypse. That's what Clipper fans look like. They're lifeless. They're out there just zombieing around, rooting for the wrong team, and they're pretty ugly, man. I got to tell you. I respect Cuban for helping out Delonte West. Yes, you got to root for that. You got to root for that, man. Anytime people do good for mankind, it's a beautiful thing. That's what it's all about. Hey, Dan, Rob should get GM of the year. This guy should get GM of the decade, man. If he keeps this up, if he keeps building the Lakers this way, we're going to be a powerhouse for years to come. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Rob Pelinka now. He won me over. I was critical of him because I believed Magic Johnson and what he said, but it turned out Magic was just being emotional, right? But I always give the benefit of the doubt to our legends that have put this Laker team on the map. So, but I should have known. I should have known because obviously Kobe vouched for Rob. So that was bad on my part. But I did say this, Rob, you haven't lost me yet. But if you're legit, do something and do it now. Just like Kobe, in the words of the great Kobe Bryant, do something and do it now. And that summer he went out and he traded for Anthony Davis. And it was love after that. It was all love from my side after that because I knew he was building something special. He showed the city he was all about business. He said, Rob Lowe should win an Emmy and Executive of the Year. He does look like Rob Lowe, for sure. Looking forward to seeing Cook run the second team. Man, that would be awesome. I'm here for the future. That Staples Center is fully rocking with the Lakers. He said, fans watching, the Lakers dominating. You know what, Jameson? When that happens, it's going to bring a tear to my eye because it feels eternal. It's been a long time since we've seen our beautiful fan base there in Staples Center. We have the most beautiful fan base in the world. Like, Laker fans are beautiful out, inside, and out. And that's the best part. That is the best part, man. I've spoken to so many of you, met so many of you, interacted with so many of you, befriended so many of you. Like, just being friends with you guys is freaking awesome, man. Extended family for real. Laker Nation is the best. Do you see a big trade this year? And who for? I don't. Not for the Lakers. I don't see a big trade. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? And that's what we should go with, for reals. Like, this team is so deep, and hopefully tonight they prove me right once again and flex their depth because this is a good test right here versus Portland. So hopefully we get that W, guys. That's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please make sure to smash the like button on the way out. It's really quick, man, and y'all just click it in and it helps the channel. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, and I'll see you guys right here for that post-game recap. Go Lakers. Let's get this dub. I'll see you guys right after.